Lately, I've been cleaning my place a lot faster and it's staying a lot cleaner, even though my schedule hasn't gotten any lighter. And honestly, it's because of a few cleaning tools that have become my little secret weapons. Are you curious what they are? Today I want to share the 10 home cleaning helpers I actually use every day. To be honest, since I started using these tools, cleaning feels a lot lighter. I don't wait until the weekend anymore, and I don't wait until the house gets really messy. When I see dirt or clutter, I deal with it right away. It's quick and it's simple. Because they've been working so well for me, I wanted to make this video to go through each one, explain why it's convenient, why I actually use it often, and how it helps reduce clutter day by day, not just make the house look clean for a short moment. So make sure you watch the entire video and note which devices fit your home and your daily habits best. Alright, let's start with the first one, a robot vacuum and mop that runs on a schedule. Lately, I've been cleaning my place a lot faster and it's staying a lot cleaner even though my schedule hasn't gotten any lighter. And honestly, it's because of a few cleaning tools that have become my little secret weapons. Are you curious what they are? Today I want to share the 10 home cleaning helpers I actually use every day. To be honest, since I started using these tools, cleaning feels a lot lighter. I don't wait until the weekend anymore, and I don't wait until the house gets really messy. When I see dirt or clutter, I deal with it right away. It's quick and it's simple. Because they've been working so well for me, I wanted to make this video to go through each one, explain why it's convenient, why I actually use it often, and how it helps reduce clutter day by day, not just make the house look clean for a short moment. So make sure you watch the entire video and note which devices fit your home and your daily habits best. Alright, let's start with the first one, a robot vacuum and mop that runs on a schedule. The second device is a cordless vacuum that's lightweight and mounted on the wall. This one sounds simple, but in real life it makes a huge difference in how often I actually clean. Before using this kind of vacuum, I had a regular one that stayed in a closet. Every time I noticed dust or crumbs, I'd tell myself I'd vacuum later, mainly because getting it out felt like a whole process. By the time I finally did it, the mess had already spread to other areas. With a cordless vacuum on the wall, it's always visible and always ready. I can grab it in a few seconds, clean a small area, and put it back just as fast. There's no setup, no plugging in, and no sense that I need to clean the entire house once I start. That's why I end up using it much more often. I usually use it for very small things, crumbs in the kitchen, dust near the entrance hair in the bathroom. These are the kinds of messes that don't feel worth it with a big vacuum, but they're exactly what builds up into clutter if you ignore them. What I like most is how it changes my mindset. Cleaning stops being a task and becomes more like a quick reaction. I see something on the floor, I fix it, and I move on. Because the vacuum is so easy to access, there's no internal debate about whether to clean or not. Over time, this really reduces daily clutter. Dust and small messes don't pile up, and the house never reaches that point where everything feels overwhelming. It doesn't make the space perfect, but it keeps things under control, which is much more realistic for everyday life. The third one is a trash can with an automatic lid or divided compartments. This is one of those things that feels very small, but once you start using it, you notice the difference almost immediately. What I realized is that clutter on tables and counters is often just trash that didn't get thrown away at the right moment. A tissue, a food wrapper, a receipt. Things that were never meant to stay there but ended up piling up because throwing them away felt slightly inconvenient. Either the lid was dirty, my hands were busy, or the trash can was too far. With an auto-open or divided trash can, that hesitation disappears. I don't think about it. Trash just goes straight in. When I'm cooking, I can toss things without stopping. When I'm at my desk, there's no reason to leave paper or packaging on the side anymore. I also like the divided compartments because it removes another excuse I used to have. I'll sort this later. Later usually meant never. Now there's a clear place for things right away, and that keeps surfaces from turning into temporary storage. Counters stay clearer, and I don't get that constant visual noise that makes the house feel messier than it actually is. This kind of trash can doesn't clean anything by itself. It just makes the right action happen at the right time. And when that happens dozens of times a day, clutter simply doesn't get the chance to build up. The fourth device is pull-out shelves, whether it's in the kitchen, the bathroom, or inside closets. This one doesn't clean anything directly, but it quietly removes one of the biggest reasons clutter keeps coming back. For a long time, I had deep cabinets where anything placed in the back basically disappeared from my mind. I'd forget what I already had, buy the same things again, and then leave items out on the counter just so I wouldn't forget about them. That's how clutter slowly builds up. Once I started using pull-out shelves, that changed. When I open a cabinet and pull the shelf out, I can see everything at once. Nothing is hidden. And because I can see it, I actually use it and put it back. I don't need to keep things out for visibility anymore. Putting things away also feels easier. I'm not digging around or moving stuff out of the way. I pull the shelf out, place the item, and slide it back in. That small difference makes me much more consistent, especially on busy days. If you often find yourself leaving things on the counter because your cabinets feel messy or inconvenient, this is something I really suggest you try, even just in one cabinet. You don't need to redo your whole kitchen or bathroom. One pull-out shelf is enough to feel the difference. It doesn't make the space look perfect for a moment. It helps prevent clutter by making storage work with how you actually see and use your things every day. Number 5 is using trays or containers for each group of items. This one helps in a very simple way. It makes putting things back easy. Before this, I often left things out after using them. Not because I didn't know where they belonged, but because putting them away felt annoying. I felt like I had to organize them properly, not just put them down. So I'd leave them there and tell myself I'd deal with it later. With trays, that feeling goes away. I use something, and when I'm done, I just place it back in the tray. That's it. I don't line things up, I don't make it look nice. The tray already looks like it's meant to hold stuff, so even when it's not perfect, it still feels fine. I also like that trays keep things contained. Items don't spread across the counter or desk anymore. Everything stays in one clear area, so the space doesn't feel messy even during the day. If you often see the same small messes in the same spots on your desk, bathroom counter, or kitchen counter, try putting a tray there and use it for a few days. You don't need to organize everything. Just give those items one place to land. It's not about making things look neat. It's about making it easy to reset so clutter doesn't pile up. Number 6 is a slim rolling cart. This is one of those items I didn't think I needed, but once I started using it, it quietly changed how clutter shows up in my home. I mostly use the cart for cleaning. All my basic cleaning supplies stay on it, so when I want to clean, I don't walk around the house picking things up first. I just roll the cart out and start. That alone removes a lot of resistance. I don't feel like I'm starting a big task. I'm just continuing something that's already ready. What really made a difference for me is what happens after I'm done. Before the cart, I'd finish cleaning and still have things left out. A spray bottle on the counter, a cloth on a chair, gloves near the sink. Those leftovers didn't feel urgent, so they stayed there, and that's how clutter slowly appeared again. With the cart, everything goes back together. When the cart is pushed back, the space is visually reset right away. I've also used the same idea for other activities. At one point, I had a cart just for skincare. Everything I needed was there, so I wasn't spreading products across the bathroom counter. When I was done, I rolled the cart back and the counter was clear again. The same thing works for work tools or hobby items. If you notice that mess shows up after an activity, not during it, this is something I really suggest trying. You don't need multiple carts or a complicated setup. One slim cart for the activity that creates the most clutter is enough. It doesn't clean for you. It makes starting and finishing feel obvious, and that's why clutter doesn't stick around. Number 7 is an air purifier for the main living area. This isn't something I bought thinking it would help with clutter, but over time I noticed it quietly changed how often things look dusty and messy. Before using an air purifier, I felt like surfaces never stayed clean for long. I'd wipe the table shelves or TV stand, and a couple of days later there would already be a thin layer of dust again. That constant return of dust made the space feel messy, even when nothing was actually out of place. Once I started running an air purifier regularly in the living area, that changed. Dust builds up more slowly. I don't feel the need to wipe surfaces as often, and when I do, it's a quick pass, not a full clean. That alone reduces how many cleaning tasks are floating around in my head. What I didn't expect is how much this affects visual clutter. When dust settles everywhere, even a tidy room can look chaotic. With less dust, the room stays visually calm longer, and I'm less likely to feel like the house is getting out of control. I don't think about the purifier much. It just runs in the background, and that's why I keep using it. It doesn't rely on my motivation. It quietly supports the space staying at a manageable level. If your main living area always looks dusty, no matter how often you clean, this is worth trying. You don't need one in every room. Start with the space you use the most and see how it feels after a few weeks. It doesn't replace cleaning, but it stretches the time between cleanups, and that's what helps clutter stay under control day by day. Number 8 is a wall-mounted organizer for cleaning tools. This is one of those things that sounds very basic, but it solves a problem I dealt with for a long time without really noticing it. For me, cleaning tools used to live in random places. A broom in one corner, a mop behind a door, cloths under the sink. Every time I wanted to clean something small, I had to remember where things were, pull them out, and then figure out where to put them back. Most of the time that felt like too much effort for a quick cleanup. Once I mounted all my main cleaning tools on the wall, everything changed. I can see them at a glance. I grab what I need and put it back in seconds. There's no searching, no opening cabinets, no bending down. That makes a big difference in how often I actually clean. I also noticed that tools stop getting left out. Before, I'd use a broom and lean it against the wall for now. And then it would stay there. With a wall-mounted spot waiting for it, putting it back feels natural, almost automatic. This setup also saves floor space, which helps the room feel less crowded. When tools are off the floor, the space looks cleaner even before you start cleaning. If you often avoid small cleanups because your tools are hard to reach or annoying to put away, this is something worth trying. You don't need a big system. Even mounting just a broom and a mop can change how easy it feels. Number 9 is an automatic toilet cleaning device that runs on a schedule. This is one of those things I didn't buy because I liked it, but because I was tired of dealing with the same situation over and over. For me, the toilet was never dirty enough to clean right now, but it was never clean enough to feel good either. It stayed in that awkward middle zone. And because of that, I kept postponing it. Every time I walked into the bathroom, I knew it was something I should do, just not at that moment. Once I started using an automatic cleaning device, that tension disappeared. The toilet stopped getting noticeably worse day by day. It stayed at a consistent level. Not perfect, but never uncomfortable. And that consistency changed how I felt about the bathroom as a whole. I still clean the toilet manually sometimes, but now it feels like maintenance, not a catch-up job. I don't have to brace myself or block time for it. It's quick because the device already handled most of the buildup in the background. What surprised me was how this affected everything else in the bathroom. When the toilet isn't bothering me, I'm more likely to wipe the sink, rinse the shower, or put things back where they belong. The space doesn't feel like something I'm avoiding anymore. This device doesn't make the bathroom look impressive. It makes it feel neutral, and that's actually the goal. When a space never drops below a certain baseline, clutter and mess don't spiral. It quietly removes one of the most avoided chores from your mental list. And once that weight is gone, keeping the rest of the bathroom under control becomes much easier without forcing yourself. Number 10 is a robot for cleaning windows or high surfaces. This is one of those devices that deals with a type of mess most people simply ignore. For a long time, anything that was high up, windows, glass panels, tiles near the ceiling, just stayed dirty. Not because I didn't care, but because cleaning them felt unsafe, inconvenient, or not worth the effort. So those areas slowly got worse, and I got used to seeing them that way. Once I started using a window cleaning robot, those surfaces stopped being out of reach. I didn't have to climb, stretch, or plan anything. I just attach the device and let it do its job while I'm doing something else. What I noticed over time is that these surfaces affect how clean the whole room feels. Even if the floor and furniture are fine, dirty windows or high tiles create visual noise. The space feels heavier even if you can't immediately explain why. Because the robot handles these areas regularly, that background mess disappears. I don't suddenly notice a dramatic change on one day. Instead, the room just stays clearer. The windows don't reach that visibly dirty stage that makes everything feel neglected. This device doesn't save me time every day because I don't clean windows daily, but it removes a category of cleaning I used to avoid completely. And when nothing in the house feels untouchable, clutter stops feeling permanent. It takes care of the things I would otherwise never deal with, and that quiet consistency makes the whole space feel lighter over time. So that's it for today's video. These are the 10 home cleaning devices that have genuinely helped me reduce daily clutter in a very realistic way. None of them are about cleaning harder or spending more time. They simply make it easier to deal with mess as it shows up, which keeps the house from ever feeling out of control. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this, it's that even changing one or two tools can already shift how your home feels day to day. You don't need a perfect system. You just need things that make cleaning feel doable in real life. In the next video, I'll be sharing how I reset my home after winter, what I put away, what stays out, and how I make the space feel lighter and easier to maintain as we move into spring. It's a very practical reset that anyone can follow. If this video was helpful for you, please like it, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to the channel for more realistic home and decluttering content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.